You know, just because a triad has 3 notes in it doesn't mean we have to play all 3 notes at the same time. What if we looked at a triad less as a group of notes that we have to play together and more as a shape that gives us all kinds of different note combinations to work with? Let me show you what I mean. We're going to play along with the song Abide in the key of B. In the chorus, there are 5 chords, 3 majors and 2 minors. Now, instead of playing all 5 shapes, I'm going to use a concept from my triad courses, where all I'm going to do is play off from 3 triad shapes, my 1, 4, and 5 position major chords. Right here, and right here. And I'm going to use these 3 major shapes to also play the 2 minor chords in the song. So the chorus has like 2 parts to it, and then there's an instrumental afterwards. So the first time through the chorus, I'm gonna play just 1 note at a time, and I'm gonna use a different note from these chord positions as the song builds in energy. And then the second time through, I'm gonna show you some 2-note options. All right, here we go. Starting up here. Go to the next note. Instrumental, let's play higher. So instead of playing all 3 notes from my A shape in each of these sections, I just played 1 note at a time. First, I started on my D string, and as the chorus built, I went to my G. And as it built into that instrumental, I went to my bridge pickup and used this high note. So now what if we use 2-note combinations? What if we use the 2 lower notes at first? And then that second half of the chorus, we use the 2 outside notes from this chord shape. And then on that big instrumental, we use the 2 highest notes from the chord. Let's see how that sounds. All right, so I pulled my gain back a little because we're adding a note. I'm on the middle pickup. We're gonna start with the 2 lower notes of this shape. Here we go. Move to the 2 outside notes. Two highest notes. Now let me show you one more version where we use some modified triads that are designed for worship music. And because we're in the key of B, we're going to use this open B string to make a really, really huge sound. Now before we do that, I'm curious, what would you like better? Would you use the single note pattern or would you use the double note? And let me know why. So for these modified triads from my PDF, I want to use some 4-note triads up here to create this huge wall of sound. And then what I'm going to do is, as the song builds, move up here, still utilizing this open B string. So we'll see how this sounds. All right, big open chords down here. We'll start in my middle pickup. Here we go. Now between those three, the single note option, the dyad option, and then the modified triad option, honestly, I find use for all three of those, depending on the situation I'm in. Now, as you listen back, you can hear how each one maybe has some advantages and disadvantages. Maybe you really want to create that huge wall of sound. Well, of course, utilizing that open string is really great, or maybe playing two strings at a time. But you can see, like, if you incorporate some delay and reverb, we can get some really big sounds just off from one note. And you know, sometimes when you're playing in a band that has quite a few instruments in it, the electric guitar is free just to play one note at a time. I remember when I first learned triads, I felt this pressure that, like, I had to play all three notes. Well, that's just not the case. Consider it more as like a bucket of options. You can use one note from the chord, two notes, all kinds of different combinations. If you have an open string to add in there, man, sky's the limit. Now, if you want to know why, out of 5 chords in the key, I only use 3 shapes. Make sure to check out my pain-free triads course. I talk about triad pairing in there and how this works so well. Now, before you go, let me play this chorus again and give you a chance to play along.